Hello, I hope you're doing great today. Today we are going to start talking about how to use visual scripting in Unity 3D. We are going to do a small introduction on how you do visual scripting in Unity Game Engine. So, why we want to do this? Personally, uh, I always recommend game developers or Unity developers to learn programming, right? Especially C Sharp. This is kind of the official language uh, for Unity because you have more control of what you are doing. You have pretty much total control of what you are doing when you use all of your custom scripting, right? Now, there are, however, a lot of students, a lot of game developers that find it difficult to learn programming. There are others that simply do not want to learn programming and they just want to do everything with drag and drop tools or designer tools, right? They do not want they do not want to write code at all. So for those people and for people who do not know anything about programming, it is really good um, to be able to support visual scripting. Now, before we continue, please remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and share the channel so we can get more people to join and I can keep making more training videos for you. Also, remember to hit the thumbs up and share the videos in your social media. Okay, so Unity has something that was called Bolt, and it is already integrated in Unity. I am using the Unity version 2021 and 2021.1.13 F1, and it is really easy. So once you have created a project, a 3D project, you will see initial screen like this, right? This is just the default empty scene that you will find in your Unity 3D project when selecting the 3D the 3D option. Okay, so the first thing that I am going to do is I am going to create a game object which is going to be a cube, right? Now I am going to put it a little bit closer to my camera, right? And I am going to put it in there, right? So I believe that works. So if I hit play, it will load my game and you see that that's the only thing we are seeing at the moment, right? Now I am going to save this, right? So now that I have my cube selected, first thing that I will do is I'll collapse this so you can see what will happen here. I will add the component and I will add visual scripting script machine. So script machine added this variable section and this also added the script machine component, right? Now, you see that this is composed of a source, right, which is embedded in graph. And if I have graph selected, I have this graph option, right? So I click new and it will request me where I want to save the asset. See that it's going to save an asset dot of .asset extension. So I will add visual scripting. Oh, yeah. Ah, okay. And in this case, this is only going to rotate the cube, right? So you will see that once I added that, the new folder was created in here, and the folder will have the asset in here, and I can select edit graph, and it will take me to the graph editor, where I will be able to configure how I want that graph to behave and what I want it to do with the object that it is associated with. So let's wait for the editor to finish loading, and we will continue adding the rotation in that graph. If you have already worked with animations, the editor or the parameters configurator has some similarities. So if you have already worked with animations, you may already understand how the graph behave. They are not the same, right? But at least some parameters configuration, how you put the values, they have some similarities, right? So we have this graph, right? And you will see that here we have the graph inspector, the trigger inputs, the trigger outputs, the data inputs, right? We have um, these options graph, right? Object, scene, right? App, save, right? See that save variables. These variables will persist even after the application quits. Unity object references are not supported, right? Application variables. These variables are shared across scenes. They will be reset once the application quits. Scene variables. These variables are shared across the current scene. Object variables. These variables are shared across the current game object. And graph, these variables are local to the current graph, right? So you have different scopes for the variables, right? Now, I want to rotate the cube, so you see that here we have the start event and we have the update event. So what I want to do is I will use the update, right? So on the update event, I will execute certain functionality that it's going to be something, right? So what I do is I click in here, I move my mouse somewhere, and I click again, and you see that it shows me these options on things that I want to do. So what I want to do at the moment is I want my cube, and I want to modify its transform. I look for the rotate option, and I want to rotate on X, Y, and Z angles. So X, Y, and Z. You can use any of the others, right? But I believe this is simpler, right? So what I will do is I will just put it rotate one on Y, and you will see that if I hit play, my cube will start rotating. See that it is already moving, is rotating 1 unit on the Y axis, right? When the update event is executed. And since I have the play mode, since I am currently on play mode, you will see that this is uh, telling me how it is behaving, right? These are all of the executions that are being invoked at the moment. Now I can configure this to do some interesting rotations. So now you see that this is going to start moving over all of the axes, right? So that's the introduction on how to use visual scripting in Unity. Of course, you can do a lot of other stuff in here that um, we will be seeing in the next videos. Today, I just wanted to let you know some small introduction that you are able to use visual scripting to have pretty much zero code applications in your Unity 3D game engine projects, right? This is really simple, right? The rotation is really, really simple. It's one of the most basic um, scenarios that you can add, but this is a base, right? You see that there are other things that you have in here, right? So you have cube, code base, collections, control, events, math, right? Nesting, nulls, time, right? So wait until, right? These are control, flow controls, right? Things like that. Um, you can save variables, right? You can do a lot of things in here. You have other here, okay, ifs, right? For loops, while loops, breaks, sequence, right? There are a lot of things that you can do in here. So in one of the future videos, we will start creating a more um, detailed project using 100%, if we can, uh, visual scripting, right? So we will try to create a Unity 3D project with zero custom code, right? We will try our project to be 100% visual scripting. I hope this video has been helpful. Please let us know in the comments things you would like to learn about .NET, .NET Core, Azure, and Unity 3D. And please remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Also share the channel and invite more people to subscribe. Thank you very much and have a great day.